The Young Adult Fight Award honors and celebrates young adults whose lives have been touched by cancer and regardless of prognosis or outcome, have confronted the disease with purpose, grace, and fight.
The infamous Dr. Seuss had a quote that, "Unless someone likes you cares an awful lot, nothing's going to get better." And that quote reminds me of one of the nation's best nonprofit organizations, the Ulman Cancer Fund, but more so two Booyah members, and those two Booyah members being Alex Feinberg and Mike Honoree. Once you get to know them, beyond just introducing yourselves, they'll be quick to share with you some of the stories and inspirations that they've had in their lives. And it was a great experience for me to learn how and why the two of them became engaged with Booyah and the Ulman Cancer Fund. As you know, as many of you know, both of them are survivors, and they take a lot of pride in their stories, and more importantly, what they learn and what they experience through surviving and through being, just amazing people. It's an infectious type of feeling, and the two of them, every day in and out, whether it's a scholarship fund event or whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's just showing up to a social committee or recruitment committee event or meeting. They bring a level of enthusiasm and fun, and they're two people that I've come to grow and love on our committee, and we're happy to have them. We're lucky to have them.
I had the pleasure of meeting Paul and Patty in April of 2013 during our first Key to Keys journey. A cancer diagnosis scares everyone, and I suspect that this is especially true for the young men and women in our military. They've already left their family and friends to serve their country, and now they find themselves in Maryland, surrounded by doctors, away from their troop, facing cancer alone. The role that the Ulman patient navigators play makes a significant positive influence. We should all be thankful for Patty's efforts not only to raise funds to help sustain this program, but also to be a visible face for what it looks like to fight cancer as a member of our military. Anyone that spent any amount of time with Paul can't help but to view the world a little bit better and appreciate the moments in life. The impact that Paul's fundraising, and he does an incredible job to help sustain this program, we should all be thankful for.
I think the thing about Bo that I've always been most impressed by is his strength and his courage, and how he is always willing to do anything, and his strive for normalcy. And the part that I'm always also impressed with is how he keeps his family in his mind. And it's not about him and his fight, but about his family and how they're moving forward. For me personally, every day that I feel discouraged about something in my life, I think about Bo, and I think about the Oliver family, and I think to myself, I can move ahead and press forward, because they're always positive. It doesn't matter how tough things are. Bo always has a smile on his face, and I think the thing that also impresses me most is how appreciative he is. Anytime I would go with them to Hopkins or at their house, he is always grateful, he is always thankful, and I don't ever think I've ever seen him not appreciate what his parents and his sister, how they've rallied behind him. And I know that he's got a bright future, and I know that he is going to be a champion for this cause.
The Hope Award honors individuals and oncology professionals who demonstrate a passion for creatively addressing the emotional and healthcare needs of young adult patients and survivors.
The first time I met the Shares, or when I applied for the scholarship, I was still in my treatment, kind of towards the end, and I was looking to go to school in the next semester to come, so I applied for a few different scholarships. As a scholarship recipient myself, I think it's super cool what they're doing for kids with cancer, and how they use the money and their daughter's testimony and her life to bless other people who are especially young teens who have had cancer. And it's just really cool what their family's doing and what they've decided to make Jacqueline's memory of, and just the things that they're doing to honor her is just so cool. I'm really blessed to be a part of it.
My name is Alexandria Herndon. My age is 16. I'll be 17 next month. And the first time I came to Children's National was September 2012. There was one time when I was about to give up, but my doctor, he was like, you know, if you look at the end of the tunnel, you can see all great things. And did you know, once you get your hair back, it turns silky smooth, and maybe your eye color will change? I was like, okay, let's keep going. The best thing about Children's Medical Center is that whatever they say they're going to do, they'll do it. And it's never like a promise that they'll break. Al is a big part of this process because last year I did not want to go in the teen room at all. I was sitting there like, I'm just going to sit in my room and just be a loner. But this year, once when I met Allie, she was like, hi, I'm the new teen room coordinator. I was like, hey, how's it going? She was like, hey, we got Just Dance. I was like, let's play. Come on, let's go. So she's the real MVP.
The Partner Award honors individuals and organizations who, through partnerships with UCF, have been able to raise funds critical to the advancement of UCF programs and services and help UCF reach new segments of the young adult population.
The 4K for Cancer as a bike ride across the country, I mean, it's impossible for us to do it and to fundraise and to put as much of our fundraising to patient needs unless we have the support of the communities we go through.
So that day, we all got back to the place we were staying, our host, and then went to Navigator Management Partners. We were treated like kings and queens by those people, and came as a huge surprise because we really hadn't had that kind of support early on. And out of nowhere, these people just took us in. It was kind of amazing.
You could tell that there was a big connection beyond just the dinner when we were there, just because everywhere is excited to have us, but not everywhere is so involved. Not everywhere you go do they say oh, I've been seeing your blogs all the time, and they're not always so familiar with the trip. It was neat because we gave our presentation, but they also knew so much about it that they'd prompt us for even more information that we don't usually share because we don't usually have the time or the cause to. So it was wonderful being somewhere where they were so involved and knowledgeable about our cause.
So the partnership between Allman and There Goes My Hero started with Brock and our founder, Eric Sauer. And it was a pretty great idea that the Allman Scholars, as part of their service, would run bone marrow registry drives at their colleges and universities, since young adults are the best population to be on the bone marrow registry. And to date, through all of those drives across the country, together with Delete Blood Cancer, who helps us run the drives and process the donors, we have 1,390 new people on the bone marrow registry, which are potential lifesavers for any leukemia, blood cancer, or other blood disorder patient who might need a bone marrow transplant.
The Volunteer Service Award honors individuals who have selflessly devoted their time and energy to the work and mission of the Omen Cancer Fund.
I was at a point where I was about a year out of treatment and I was really struggling. I think because I was diagnosed when I was pregnant and had a newborn during treatment, I was just in survival mode, and so it wasn't until afterwards that I kind of was able to take a breath back and be like, what just happened? And I was just really, really struggling. I was very depressed, and I had kind of went inward, and I really needed something to help me heal. But I was really afraid of support groups and therapy. I felt like I had been emotional for so long. I just wanted to do something. And I hate running. I've never been a runner, but Cancer to 5K appealed to me because it seemed like something proactive that I could do. And I always tell people the amazing thing is it did turn out to be like a support group, but even better than I could have imagined. So. I felt that cancer took away my power and Cancer to 5K gave it back. It made me feel like I had options left, that I could do things, that maybe I could do things I never thought I could do before. And my coach was an incredibly big part of that. If I could say one thing to the coaches, it would be, you have no idea the impact of what you're doing. And I'm so grateful for the time and energy that you give. It's such a gift, and I could never express how grateful I am for it.